Huel versus Ka'chava. Which is better? Huel, Ka'chava. First, let me explain where I'm coming from. For 20 years, I've done protein shakes for, bodybuilding type of stuff. Not that I'm a bodybuilder. And look, guys, I'm at the age where I have to qualify everything I say about my fitness, about my hair, about my diet with for my age. So I'm in pretty good shape for my age. So I've done protein shakes forever as part of a workout routine, and I'm pretty used to just slamming them down. I'm not honestly too worried about what they taste like. I will tell you, I'm not a vegetarian. I have juiced a couple times. I didn't really care for it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. I don't have time. I want something I can drink down and go. Now, I will say though, when I juice, I feel a lot better. I have a lot of environmental allergies, grasses being one of them, and it seems to cross over to me having some difficulties with wheat. So if I eat a lot of wheat products, I just feel sluggish, and I think I feel a little achy. I kind of got a trick knee, and it seems to bother me more when I eat wheat products. So several weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we went camping. I eat what I want when we camp. So there's lots of buns and breads and Cheez-Its, of course. And with all that type of stuff, then I came back from camping and just kind of continued on that merry-go-round. Woke up one day, it's like, man, I need to get off all these, pastas and carbs and wheat type of products. So I thought I was going to juice again. And then I thought, I really don't have time. I don't really care for the juicing. I mean, I might consider being a vegetarian. If I could find bacon seeds that I can plant, then I'd probably sign up for the program. But anyway, I wanted something healthy that gave me more nutrition than just a protein shake. Because protein shakes are, for the most part, protein, right? It doesn't replace a meal. So both the Huel and the Ka'chava, they're meant to be meal replacement drinks. I ordered a bag of each. On the Huel, I ordered the Huel Black, and it's got the higher protein, almost 40 grams of protein. On the Ka'chava, I went with chocolate also, and it's only got about 25 grams of protein. Now, in hindsight, I could have got regular Huel and just added a protein powder scoop, and I would have been at 40, 50 grams of protein. Or with the Ka'chava, I could have ordered, or just added rather, a protein scoop of my regular protein and been up at 50. But getting lots of other nutrients too. And another thing to know is I've always been pretty good on my diet for my age, and I can pretty much drink the same thing, eat the same thing over and over and over every day for lunch. So when I got both of these products, I ended up using the Huel mostly as a post-workout drink because of the higher protein. And on days I didn't work out, I would try to drink the Ka'chava as a meal replacement, because that's what they're both really intended to do. So when I looked at the price of these, yeah, they're pricey. Insert burn notice whistle here. A lot of money for these. And I'll go into that in just a little bit here. But when I compared it to what I thought I would spend in juicing 1 or 2 meals a day, and then you add the inconvenience and the multiple trips to the grocery store, I figured that it would balance out on cost. So I will say these products have worked pretty well for me. They're pretty satisfying, one more than the other. I found that the Huel tends to be more satisfying if you're using it as a meal replacement. And when it comes to the Huel, look, I've never eaten chalk, so I don't know how my brain knows what chalk would taste like, but the Huel was a little bit chalky. Now, I will say after a few servings, or after one bag of, 17 servings or so, I don't really notice that anymore. The Ka'chava has a much lighter flavor, but it was not nearly as filling to me. So what I would end up doing with either of these, a lot of times I would cut up an apple, put some peanut butter on it, one of my other favorite meals, and add it with this. I'd be pretty satisfied for a pretty long time. For lunch at work, I would do a salad with maybe a vegetarian sausage on it or a vegetarian hamburger for a little extra protein, and I enjoy that. And as a disclaimer, if you have medical problems and you're looking at doing one of these as a meal replacement, then please contact and discuss with your medical provider. Also, I'm pretty far from being a nutritionist dietitian, so I'm not going to evaluate what's in them. I'll put up a picture in a little bit here that you can freeze frame on and look at the ingredients side by side, and I'll quickly run over what's in them and what's a little bit different. But I don't have the expertise to give you nutritional advice. This is just my personal experience with both of these products. So when it comes to nutrition, I won't try to bore you with my unprofessional knowledge of them, but I will baffle you with generalizations. So I went with the Huel Black. Now there's different Huel flavors. I got the chocolate. I tend to get chocolate everything. And the Huel Black has fewer carbs and double the protein than the regular Huel. And I will note that Huel also sells bars, which I've not tried, and they sell flavor packets that you can add to your Huel product. I see this two ways. My first question is, I'm paying this much for the meal replacement drink. I really have to pay more to add different flavors to it. It's that bad. Or the other way to look at it is, for somebody that does get bored with a single flavor, you could spice it up and maybe be happier longer. But for me, I can drink the same dang thing over and over and over and I'm okay. Now the Huel Black has about 40 grams of protein per serving and fewer carbs. It has vitamins and minerals. Its protein source is from pea and rice, has high fiber, vitamins and minerals, healthy fats, a probiotic blend, as well as kombucha. Ka'chava has all of that, plus antioxidants, a super green blend, a super fruit blend, digestive enzymes, and finally adaptogens. And if you want a scientific article on adaptogens that you can read and fall asleep, I'll try to put a link in the description down below. So Ka'chava, the way I look at it, is more exotic, more sexy, if you will. Now, since I purchased these, the price on each of them have come down maybe $8 or so. I did buy my Ka'chava on Amazon, but the Huel Black, when I went to Amazon, some of the reviews seem to indicate that they were resells, not the original product. I'm under the impression you do not get a scoop in the bag when you order the Huel, so they include the scoop. I also got a free t-shirt, which is a pretty nice t-shirt by the way, and a shaker cup when you order the Huel off of their website. So I would suggest, at least for now, until that item is cleared up, get it off the website for Huel. But I was fine with the Ka'chava from Amazon, same price, maybe a little bit quicker shipping, and that's why I went that way. When I placed my order for the Ka'chava, I had first gone to the Ka'chava website, put a bag into my cart, and then I decided, well, let's go check out the Amazon, see how it is. By the time I had already placed my Amazon order, Ka'chava had sent me an email saying, oh, come back and order. We'll give you, I think it was 10 or 11% off. So you might want to look at trying that and see if that worked. I did pay the same price on Amazon for the Ka'chava that I would have paid on their own website. And I believe the shipping was free, so I broke even that way. One bag of Ka'chava cost me $78 for 17 servings. And this breaks down to $4.60 a meal. Like I said, it's a little bit less expensive now when I made this video from when I ordered it maybe a month ago. So that brings that price down a little bit. But I guess one way to look at both of these is, if you're drinking one of these at even the $4.60 a meal, well, one, it's probably a much healthier choice, and two, I know when I go to a fast food restaurant, my combo meal is at least $9. So it's probably half the price of doing one of those, and of course a lot healthier. Now, one thing that was confusing when I ordered the Huel from the website, it was a 2-bag minimum order. So for less money, I got 2 bags, basically twice the servings of what I would have got with the Ka'chava. And I paid $83 for 2 bags of Huel. So you can see that's about half price, and it came out to $2.45 a meal. And again, this is not just a protein shake. It's intended as a meal replacement with all kinds of healthy stuff that would be good for you in theory. And also when I went to the Huel website, and they had a free t-shirt offer, and you know, I'm always looking for yet another workout shirt, so I got it. And like I said, it's a good quality t-shirt, fit well for size. However, they also had a deal where you could get 2 of their bars to try out for free, but somehow the website wouldn't let me add those in, maybe because I opted for the free t-shirt. So easy come, easy go. I will say one other thing about Huel is that they now have an actual food in a bag called hot and savory. It looks like it's mostly carbs, you know, peas and proteins and things like that. I'll probably give that a try myself again, especially if I get enough interest in this video. I'll get some of that and do a review on it. I'm all about a healthy, quick meal, so it's not clear if it's dehydrated, but I know you do add hot water to it. And if you wanted to consider the hot and savory meal and needed more protein, of course what I would probably do is I would add, vegetarian burger to it, or there's some vegetarian sausage out there I really like, and that would probably make it taste pretty good. Both the Huel and the Ka'chava offer all kinds of recipe ideas and things to mix it with in your house, but to be honest, I think these are mostly intended for the vanilla flavor, and adding fruits of various combinations is pretty much what it came down to, as well as almond milk or something like that. I've only added water to mine, and again, I'm okay with that. They taste good enough and they're filling enough with just the water. I have tried mixing it in a shaker cup. Not the best results, some clumping on the sides. I've used a mixing wand in a cup with cold water. That was pretty good as any protein powder I've ever drank. My favorite way though, especially if I am technically using it as a meal replacement, would be to put it in a blender. I put a handful of ice in there. I cut back on the water to make it thicker, and because I added ice, I let the water get good and cold, put my powder in. I add a little extra psyllium fiber to it, to keep me moving, and it comes out really thick depending on how much water you put in. The Huel comes out a lot thicker for me than the Ka'chava. I've not really cut way back on the water in the Ka'chava or use like an almond milk or something, so I'm sure you could make that better if you did that, and it would probably be thicker and more satisfying. But like I said, usually I opt for an apple with some peanut butter because I really love that. So overall, I've been pretty happy. With me only using the Ka'chava on non-workout days, I still got some in there, probably 2-3 servings. It's just hard for me to swallow $4.60 or whatever it is at one sitting when it's a mixed drink. The Huel, this is my second bag. You can see it's pretty full still. I've fallen off the boat a little bit these last week or so. Went camping again. But they work pretty well for me. I feel pretty good when I take them. They do keep me pretty full, and a lot of the achiness and all that has gone away. And I imagine that's more for me just cutting out a lot of wheat products than anything else. Now, I imagine a lot of people will use these intended maybe towards weight loss. And I would say that, yeah, I've lost probably a couple pounds in 3-4 weeks of using it. I can't tell you for sure. My weight goes up and down 3-4 pounds from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. If on the weekend I do my victory meal and have pizza and Cheez-Its or something, lots of salt, lots of carbs, I retain all that. My weight goes up 3 pounds. And if I get back to my very low carb and exercising and using these products, well, I've cut out the carbs, cut out a lot of salt, and I can drop that 3-4 pounds. But I do think overall I've come down maybe a couple pounds, which is always good for me at my age. So if you're interested, check them out. I think they're worth it. Like I said, you could go with the regular Huel products and not the black, and just add your own protein powder on top of that to get the higher protein for those of you that work out. Or you could go with the Ka'chava and still add another scoop of protein powder if you wanted the higher protein. I found them both pretty good. Would I buy them again? Yeah, I probably will. I intend to. I'm probably going to try the Huel hot and savory meals and see how that goes. And I could see myself having a lot of quick, easy meals that make me feel better. If I eat a big, heavy lunch, I'm just really draggy all afternoon, so a salad works well for me, or something like one of these works well. So feel free to write your comments, your questions down below, and like I said, I'll probably be doing the hot and savory, and consider giving these both a try. I was pretty satisfied either way, and thanks for watching. Please consider looking at some of our other videos, and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks.